Okay. So I don't think we have enough invitation for finishing uh this challenge, but I finished the arduous Atlas one. But yeah, this one I don't think we'll have enough looking at the numbers, so we'll probably just have to like speed run maps. Or at least I'll speed run maps and do my best. I'm trying to roll them at least like 70%, but since they're not really affected by the Atlas like at all, the extra modifiers things don't help. The only thing I'm really concerned about is the Astro Avalanche. But that's only while we're on like the cold cycle. As long as we're on the warm cycle, I don't really care about it. I put the tincture. I love a lag spike. During a moment where I see my like health dip. I hate that like they move while they're casting that. That's actually annoying. That's the only maneuver that they're like channeling and then they move. The rest of the cast, like they stay still. Oh, I don't. Just barely stayed in right. But unfortunately, I don't really. We haven't. I got like one of these off of the few that I did before stream, but not too much luck on anything else for that matter. Also, I learned there was a setting for turning off the settlers notification, but it turns off all of them, which isn't really that good. I can usually kill this and it stays close enough. Oh, that sucks. They simulacrumed as we were going into the astral avalanche phase, so they backed away, so I had to move. I really don't. I don't like when they move so much while doing it. Okay, next one. I need these to be like 70%. Then I just have to double check the mods on them. It's so hard when you can't, because you can't chisel these, right? 99. Oh, I, oh, that's just, yeah, those aren't mods we can, because reflect. I still think we still deal some physical damage. That's 277. No, can't risk it. I want to get it done. I don't want to like die a bunch. Pump, pump. This was lyric. Um, I've I've been spending like all of the day just having Grumble going in the background while I'm doing other game, trying to work through the missions. Oh, the board speaks the truth. I knew you would understand. You would understand. I'm gonna assume. Oh, I'm gonna hope the Twitch translation's right. But Sparkles, hello, welcome in. How is your week? Do I want to try? I don't think I want to try saying X. I'm having crit. I want to be lazy and not have to dodge it. These really don't want to cooperate. Fine. Hopefully the vulnerability doesn't does up. I want him avoiding the elements because a chunk of my damage. Easy. What's easy? Also, sorry, I really don't speak anything but English. Oh, hope if you know some, you can keep the chat in English. Thank you, please. Part of me wants to try it, but part of me doesn't. How do you? The last four just don't want to. I mean, either way, I'm probably still gonna die a couple times while doing these. Honestly, as Japanese in his title, I mean, there's plenty of non-Japanese things that have used the words "gao gao" before. Not exactly an exclusive thing to their language, especially considering it's imitating an animal's noise. Not to mention the tags themselves does say English and doesn't say Japanese anywhere. That one's probably painful. We'll do that one first, just to get out of the way. He's like rolling negative max res a lot. Mythical title. Someone's bound to read it eventually. It's gonna take forever because of the field, but it should be. That was labeled main ones. You don't want him. Oh, most of those rolled something painful. Oi, oi, oi. Mm, have I ever said Osiris to me? Yeah. All right. As long as we can actually kill him, this will be fine. Worst comes to worst, I'll just swap builds. Really? You're just starting off with putting the degen puddles near you? That's kind of rude. Oh, oh, because of the impales. Fuck. And we didn't block. I might have to like swap to the. Bro, why are all. Jeez Christ. Usually he doesn't put that many near him so quickly. I might have to swap. I might not be able to do this on this character. I've never seen him put so many of the degen puddles right next to him so often. Oh no. Oh shit. Oh wow. I just went straight. Dead here. Yeah. As soon as I hit the degen puddle, I knew we were there. This fight sucks for melee, bro. It's such a pain. Oh, okay, yeah, sure. Fine, I guess. Just go straight into another one. That's such a great thing, GGG. Yeah, let's just instantly go into another ball phase just immediately after because that makes so much sense. Jesus Christ, I hate this game. This is why I don't like doing Searing Exarch. The worst part is he's probably gonna go into another one soon. Oh, yeah. Okay. Whew. That was. I really don't like doing Searing Exarch. The ball phase kind of a bit of a pain. Is a bit of a pain. To be fair, that was also one of the more painful ones. I really want to do it with Sony, but wait, what mods were on that? Damage, extra physical, lightning, attack speed, and impale. The impale is the impale with a vuln is a really bad combination. Um, I'm just gonna keep corrupting those just to see what we get. It'd probably be an easier time if I just did this on the chieftain, honestly, but we're gonna see how it goes. It's not gonna be particularly fun when he has degen puddles with burning ground. I probably should have rerolled this. Really will take most of that. Oh my god. Just you just tell me you hate me, yo. He surrounded himself with puddles. That's honestly the worst part about saying X-Arc for melee, is these things. Like, there's it's so bad. Because it's pretty RNG where he puts them. And so he likes to sometimes just surround himself in melee range with them. Ugh, we almost dodged that. What was that overlap of mechanics? There's still a wave of meteors. +2 level of socketed curse gem. That's disenchanting dust. If that was like +2 to like totems or something, or plus, well, no, if that was like +2 to level of socketed melee gems, it probably would be worth using these then. Because socketed slam gems, because like Earthbreaker, right? You need a socket, a slam, like slam gems into this. That'd be plus 2 levels to that. It'd probably actually make it kind of usable. Oh, it's so annoying because they can just spawn under you with no forewarning. Like, I feel like Syrian Exarch is a prime example of how not to do a fight. And I think Eater of Worlds is a prime example of how to do a fight. I love how an area that I was in that was perfectly safe all of a sudden became extremely unsafe just because he decided to spawn not one but two of them right on top of me. Honestly, I should not have survived there at the end. I should have died over there. That's fine. Damn it. I was hoping I could kill him before he did that, and then I realized I wouldn't be able to, and then it was too late to get out. And he was able to regen like so much HP because of that, because of the energy shield. No. Oh, if I just don't die there, we probably don't have this ball phase. Oh, I love getting leg spikes during a ball phase. Bro, what is with these leg spikes? Yeah, to be honest, I didn't realize he was doing his slam. I'm gonna exit the login screen and log back in because sometimes that fixes the whole weird latency spike that they like to, Joey likes to do sometimes at night. Oh, frenzy charge. Right, that one might actually. Man. I'm slowly figuring out that there's an actual pattern to it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yo. I hate how sometimes you can just like go into just ball phases like pretty quickly. Oh shit. Yeah. That one was, I kind of saw that one coming. It's kind of funny because with the way my character is set up, the more chaos damage he deals to me, the more I heal from it. Or not heal from it, but like the more like I become immune to it. I think Wither just turns. Well, no, I think Wither just lowers the resistances. Never mind. But basically, it's like chaos damage is just a free mod on this build. Don't you do it? Let's go. Okay. I was actually concerned he was gonna go into a ball phase. There's a couple times I've had like Exarch go into a ball phase uh at the end, and it makes me want to cry. Bro, like this is the issue I have. Like, well, I think most of us have with this, right? Like, you make no gold running pinnacle bosses, like at all whatsoever. You make zero because they just don't drop gold. They drop, I think, like 100 or so, if that. Actually, I don't even think he drops any gold at all. Like, it's so bad. Like, he should at least drop like a couple thousand gold. Like the exact specifics of it, would have to be up to GGG. Like I'm not expecting like 10,000 gold or anything, but 0 gold is kind of garbage for content in the game. This, shit. I didn't pay attention to the degen puddle motions. Yeah, see, that's so annoying. That should never happen. Like, it feels so bad to clear a ball phase and to want to go into like a damage like time, and then he's there for 2 seconds. Like he literally reappears for 2 seconds. You hit him a couple times, he just goes into another ball phase. Like that's such a shitty thing to go through. But it's because of because I'm saying is the ball phases are at like HP thresholds. So it's just like if you push by one because of the way that they're coded, like the in PoE the bosses, which I think might be like a technical like limitation more than anything. Like if they're in a sequence already, like a pre-programmed sequence, they won't stop for their triggers. And so what'll happen is that instead of doing like for instance Izaro, like he likes to yeah, we got like 100. Bro, we didn't even get 100 gold from that. We were at 1775. We're at 1843. Like that is unacceptable. That's actually just unacceptable. Like that's ridiculous that they didn't even manually put in a lump of gold there. But but a lot of times like Izaro is when you're doing him for the first 3 times, right? The first 2 times, he's supposed to you're supposed to stop fighting him at certain HP thresholds where he literally goes immune to damage. Like you can't deal any more damage to him. And what'll happen is if internally he's queued up for more stuff, uh like in a trend in a combo phase, quote unquote, for lack of a better term, uh he will just sit there and continue doing his combo while he is immune to damage, and you just have to keep dodging him, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Oh my god, can you fuck off? These stupid pits, bro. They're so annoying. They're such a shitty mechanic. It literally went 1-2 and then just turned immediately towards me. Like that's so annoying. Like that's such a pain in the ass as melee. Like oh hey, like because this is what I don't know. Like I don't know if it's just they like missed the point or they're just like miscommunicating for like PoE 2, because like honestly they got made fun of a lot when people were asking them like how they were gonna handle the bossing for melee to ranged, and GGG was like, oh well, you're safer in melee than you are at ranged because uh you know things are in triangles, right? Like they use like the pizza wedge example, like for instance that where if you were gonna outrun it, you can outrun it melee because you have less distance to move. They conveniently forget that you can use a range skill in melee range for the exact same damage value. Like, it doesn't all of a sudden deal less damage unless you're using far shot, which, for the most part, far shot's like hasn't really been worth taking for a while. And I don't think any build really uses it. And any build that does uses it just won't use it in bossing. Because far shot makes it, well, as it sounds, you deal less damage the closer you are. But even then, most builds that use far shot, you can just swap over to, just take that out and use point blank, and you're fine. So I think they kind of missed the point. Also, he kind of bugged because he didn't push that wall because he transitioned. That's fun. That's another fun thing in PoE. That bosses will just leave stuff on the arena because then they'll transition. Like he transitioned when he was supposed to do like the wave forward, right? And so now that won't move at all. That's just there for the rest of the fight. I think maybe if I die, it leaves, but I'm not gonna actively try to. It may appear like I'm trying to like do that, but I am not. I'm in fact just being a bad. Oh, he did it. Let's go. Yeah, he basically has to do that little wave thing for it to move out of the way. $165 gold is all he drops. It's mostly because they found out that the way gold works is it converts items that drop into gold, and then depending on the value of the item is how much gold you get. Which is why if you do anything that doesn't drop a whole lot of, oh wow, that's actually really good. +1 max endurance charge. Too bad I'll probably never do a build with it, but that's actually pretty good. Granted, I don't think you can make like any money if you tried selling that. Because the boots are just, they're not very wanted. But oh, I never checked my boots. At least you get a decent amount of dust out of it. But it's just like they just like they kind of like just made it known that I don't think they really understand the reason melee players like. I mean, prior to be fair, the damage fixed a lot of problems because part of the reason that like fights like Exarch were a problem was because also just partly due to how long it would take melee to kill them, and the longer a fight takes, the higher the chance for you to puts perish. So you'd see more mechanics, stuff like that. But it's just like they just didn't understand what the issue was because they're just like, oh, because like I think they had in their head that they thought that just because like a skill was ranged, players apparently wouldn't be, I guess, smart enough to realize they could just stand closer to the boss if it was easier to dodge AoEs, right? Like so many people were so confused at their take on how they were like, oh well, melee's safer because you stand closer to the boss, and like I think like 90% of the moves they said or something is a triangle in front of the boss, and people were just like, Yeah, so range players just play close up. Like they just play at a distance that's like, you know, they don't have to be here, but they'll be like here, and they can just move. And then and it was they were just like, and people were just like ragging on them because they're like, well, we guess you forgot the fact that movement skills exist, right? So like if a range player stands here, you just frost blank over here, you're out of the thing, stuff like that, or you just like keep moving. Like it's just like I don't know. It was such a weird take that they had on it. But we'll see. I've heard good things about the bosses from PoE too. You had a feeling that was coming this way, even though I couldn't see it through the boss. That's the other problem, is sometimes the boss covers up the fire pits moving towards you. Ooh, that one was close. Honestly, like the other reason I don't like doing Searing Exarch is I don't think anything he drops is that good for us. Like just item wise. Like I don't think Searing Exarch has any quote unquote good items anymore. I just ate two of those meatballs for no reason. Because like Dawnbreaker kind of lost some value just due to the fact that Convert got heavily reduced. Because Dawnbreaker used to be pretty valuable. Well, I mean, it's still kind of valuable in its own way. Bro, there's just so many over here. I just chose like a bad spot to dodge. Oh, we got a little bit more gold from that one. That one converted 2 items into gold. Winning. This is actually one that if it rolled +1 max endurance charges would be pretty funny. But I don't think, aside from the Forbidden Flame, I don't really think Searing Exarch, like normal Searing Exarch, has anything. Oh, well, there's Dissolution of Flesh, but that's kind of pretty niche. Yeah, he doesn't really drop anything else. Because Annihilating Light is Uber. Annihilation's Approach is Uber. Celestial Brace is Uber. Yeah, there's just really nothing. I mean, to be fair, Eater World is kind of the same regard. It's just that Melding of the Flesh is better for as like a unique jewel drop. I've seen people have, like way more builds wanting Melding of the Flesh than any of the other ones. And then I've seen Inextricable Fate, but that's like kind of in the same regard of kind of niche build uses. Though slightly, though I mean, but when you think about it, right, you have 2 items versus 1, so it's a pretty sizable difference. But luckily, I'm not doing this for items, so I don't really care. Mostly just I'm just doing it for the challenges, which will still be short, unfortunately. But yeah, I don't know. I've heard good things about PoE too. I just think that like the devs have done a weird job explaining certain like questions people had, especially for melee. Like I think like especially because like with the melee buffs, you can tell they know what they're doing for like how to fix it. It's just I think they did a really poor job of explaining it, which is that's normal. Not exactly something that's like exclusive to game developers. It's just human things. Because like whenever people would ask about melee and PoE2, they were just like, "Oh yeah, we're getting the feel of it down. You'll feel," and people are just like, a lot of us are just like, we don't give a shit about how it feels, like animation wise, if it doesn't deal shit for damage. Like people that wanted to play melee wanted to hear something about oh my god, I just walked straight into it. Wanted to hear something about like damage numbers and stuff, or at least like being like, oh yeah, they'll they'll deal more damage. Like you'll slam the skill down and you'll kill things, kind of deal. But it just is what it is. I think it was just a case of this disconnect of uh concepts. Also, apparently, Nintendo is doing Power World for patent stuff. Something like that. I don't remember. I didn't read the whole thing. I saw someone like I saw a meme of it while I was thinking of using the throne, aka the toy lot. But I just thought it was funny that it took this long for them to figure out an angle that they felt like they could win. You piece of shit with your maneuvers. 65 gold, we're rich. Oh my goodness. This is the Meme. You finished stream? You're done with the deadlocking? You're done deadlock and dropping? You get all the dubskis. Did you win the game? Ways too good. Bobs and Michael. Alright, we have two more and then we have to go. Well, we have two more and then I'll roll the other ones I have and then we'll have to go speed farming. Oh wow, that's pretty unlucky. Two in a row to just go from vault into a rare. Yeah. We need another. Well, after this, I think we'll be at like 2,300. Oy, oy, oy. We'll need another like 10 or so. Oh, on this map. What? Why is he hitting so hard? Am I just not blocking at all? I think I just didn't block anything there. Why am I taking so much damage? He literally doesn't have anything that should be scarier than anything else we've faced. Because all he has is more damage and extra damage is cold. We've had modifiers like that before. We didn't get chunked on. I think like I'm just not blocking at all. Like anything. So I'm just taking straight damage without regenning. I frostbite too. Oh no. I was too chunky. I was too thick. Couldn't dodge the meatball. I wonder maybe it's because of the Vuln. I don't think I had Vuln and increased damage. Wow, two of those back to back, huh? Okay, yeah, let's just casually surround the boss with shit that I literally cannot stand it. Wow, GG. Wow. Like, what the fuck? There literally was not a single spot that was safe to stand underneath him. Oh my god, third ball phase. That's because of this. If I didn't have to move because of that, like, we probably don't have this ball phase. Ah, didn't move my mouse enough. We also didn't help that he did the AoEs twice. He did the big AoE twice, so I had to walk away twice. And we have one more. I find it ironic how the boss before this one has more loot that's more used. The Black Star fight. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Calm down. I'm trying to be as efficient as possible with my rage uptime. Yeah, we blocked a decent amount there. Oops. Wait, what? Oh, I didn't see one. I thought I was safe and like Maven was kind of covering up one of them. Maven was covering up one of the meatballs. Wow. That shield really just doesn't want to get corrupted at all. Like, at all. I've never corrupted a unique that many times and had it brick that many times in a row. Where it just turned into a rare. Like, that's so weird. That shield really just did not want to get corrupted to see if we could get something good out of it. I don't think I have space to put these in. Oh, this is a corrupted ephemeral edge that I had. That it corrupted to 12%. Had like additional physical damage, which is useless to us. Because the problem with that is that we need the accuracy right now for to hit things. So if we trade that for physical damage, we'll just miss everything. I think the only corruption that's like good on that is the resolute technique implicit. That's it. All right. So we're at 2336. Oh, wait, I have more Searing Exarchs. I thought I had done all of the ones I had. Do 5 at a time. $70% or higher, basically, is what we're going for. Anything lower than that, and we re-roll it. Because I think I have enough. That's I'll go. That's a death sentence. Let's just murder this character. Character's just not tanky enough for that. The only way we can handle that is if we can get our able to turn our Tempest Shield on, but we're nowhere near leveling up our Enlightened support. That one's a no-go. That one's a no-go. These really don't want to roll something nice for me, do they? Wow, they literally just don't want to roll anything nice for me. To be fair, like I could have also just taken the 60s and run with that, but no. At least not for these 5. These 5s I want them to be the 70%. I want to have it at a point where I have to run the least amount of extra speed run maps that I need to. Also just so hard because you can't chisel these. Like this wouldn't really be an issue if it wasn't for the fact that you can't they're unaffected by the quant stuff, like the modifiers on your on your atlas trees, and then you can't chisel them. These two really just don't want to roll 70. I've used so many alks. Fuck it, well, the losing the shot's gonna be a pain, but tired of wasting so much. Those both are gonna suck to deal with, but wait, can you use? I mean, nobody answers the question, so I'm just gonna test it myself then. The answer is probably no, but yeah, okay, yeah, you can't activate it. That's so annoying. Why won't they let you do it? They just really don't want you like increasing the quantity for that stuff, huh? I'm gonna do the ailment ones first, cause okay, buddy, calm down. Oh, oh, they really need to put a cooldown on that. I'm so dead. Panic, panic. Especially just because it's not a fun mechanic to do. I think I'd mind it less if you had a way to like kind of make yourself a safe space. But it's kind of just all based on Maven, like what she wants to do. That's actually not bad. 27% reduced extra damage from crits on a shield. It's actually not bad. All right, never mind. We might have enough invitations to finish this. Yeah, anytime you see like my energy shield just recover like a shit ton out of nowhere, that's because I blocked. Yeah, I don't even know where I was trying to path for that. I don't even know where I was trying to path for that. I thought this phase was done. Sucks. I mean, I'm gonna go straight into a ball phase again. So I'm just gonna race him for it. But that little HP, like, if I step away from him, he probably was gonna go into a ball phase anyway, so I'd rather just race him for it. 50 total from that. We might have enough. Or at the very least, I might not have to farm too many more. Placement sucks ass. Oh, frostbite straight into. Oh my god, please stop Lag spiking. Jesus Christ. This fight's already hard enough. I already do a terrible job dodging the meatballs as it is. I don't need the server helping. Oh, I forgot I had a decoy tunnel. Oh, no. Fuck you. Oh, yeah. I was like, I'm so fucked. Maven's not lining any of them up with that one. Oh my god. I swear the things are like. Did they use the Pac-Man shit? In case you don't know, the Pac-Man ghosts are coded in a way where some are coded to move, like run away from you, and some are coded to like chase you. And so you can basically box yourself in, like by yourself. And I feel like they do that here. Because there's some that they go nowhere near you at all whatsoever, and then there's others that are just constantly like, it just feels like they're chasing you at all times. And they kind of just like box you in. And it's just like, oh, it's just so frustrating. It's just such an annoying mechanic. Because there's just nothing you can do about it. Like there's like for instance, if you could use his like the maneuver he does where he like shoots forward a bunch of projectiles to like clean up some of the trap things around you, then a lot more manageable. Or at least it would feel like a lot fairer. Because you know it's something that you can't just always have it ready, but it gives you something to do with that. Okay, good. We got a pretty good burst on that one. Save me from the meatballs, please. Smooth. This fight though, like, makes the MMO gamer in me, the MMO brain in me go burr. I always played melee classes, and well, not always. I sometimes I'd play some other stuff whenever I was feeling like bored. Uh, but I generally main the warrior and death knight, and like I'd run enhancement shaman sometimes just because you know old time's sake nostalgia. But like there's nothing quite like learning a boss to the point where on melee you can eke out every little bit of extra damage. It's so satisfying. I think it's one of the main reasons I can't like stop playing melee. There's just something too satisfying about doing well on a melee that I don't really get that satisfaction on most ranged classes. I think it's just like an inherent thing of when you play a bunch of melee, you know it's hard because it's dangerous because you're in melee range to something big and scary. But it's just like, oh, when you can do it, it's just so satisfying. Also, I heard Blue Protocol got shut down. Yo, what is that? That's bullshit. You didn't even do anything. Okay, okay. GGG, put a fucking cooldown on that. That's so bullshit. I swear to God, if there's bosses that do that shit in AoE 2, get the fuck out of here. He showed up for 2 seconds, didn't even do a voice line, and then just like instantly went into a ball phase. What a sack of shit. What an actual piece of garbage. Are you kidding me? GGG. Fix your fucking game, bro. Like, what the actual fuck did I just witness? Like, I want to fight a boss, not play dodgeball. Jesus Christ. I wanted to play a bullet hell. I'd go be playing Toho. He literally just did 3 ball phases, like, just instantaneously back to back. Like, that's preposterous. That's actually preposterous. Like, that's so dumb. They just let him do that. Not to mention, it takes up my time. Bro, I'm trying to speed murder. All right, we're at 27,000, 2,700. Not 27,000. 2,700. So 2,700 plus one of the pocketed gems. That's kind of whatever. So at 2,700, we just need 5 at 60% or higher, and we're done. And lo and behold, would you look at that? I have 5 invitations. I don't want to do Hungering Maw. That one's like a worse design, and not because like difficulty, just because it's like why like why does this fight exist kind of deal. You're just like like you lose like half of your fight time just because he goes underground. That's it. Oh, you're like a diggy diggy underground, and then and you lose like half the time that you could spend like beating him up because you have to like stand away from him. Granted, I don't think this build would have to stand away from him, but the problem is you can't deal any damage while he's underground. So it's kind of just like, why? Like it's just so weird. And then and then like the way it works is like it's like you have this like mini timer because the arena starts getting full of this like liquid thing that when you get caught by the liquid, it ports you to another area, and you then have to find your way out. Like you have to escape. And the longer you stay in that area, the more damage you take from the boss, basically. And it's just a case of like, it's just really not that great. Like just because it just feels kind of. I wouldn't even say it's hard. It's just boring. All right, what's on this? Reflect elemental damage. Can't do that one. That one's fine. Reflect elemental. Why did this one roll like reflect LA damage twice? Brother. Can't be late. Wait, elements, that's this literally rolled reflect elemental damage 3 times in a row. I've never seen that happen before. I've never seen the same item roll reflect elemental damage 3 times in a row. I can't. This build can't do two of the added damages X element. Patches of desecrate. Could care less. That's actually a free mod. That's just a free mod for us. I know I don't have to have it like exactly 60% on every single one of them, but better safe than sorry. We're gonna wrap up with X-Sark since we're warmed up for that. Like, there's no point in jumping straight into the eater one when I've been doing this the whole time. I still just keep doing these until we're done. Yeah, unfortunately for bossing, I've come to notice Molten Strike also has the Lightning Strike thing where it has a sweet spot to stand in. I just feel like it's slightly more forgiving than Lightning Strike is. Either that or I just started hitting more bolas. He started taking more of D's to the face than the other ones. But you know, is what it is. Don't you fucking do it again, you piece of garbage. You're actually just a piece of shit, Searing Exarch. You're actually just a piece of garbage. Holy crap, bro. Oh my god. He did it twice in a row. That's actually toxic. Oh, I waited too long. I was trying to be fancy with it. Please stop. You're still a piece of garbage, but please stop. Oh my, okay, alright, these fights are like actually just bugging out. This is why I don't do Searing Exarch more than just for my Void Stones. I hate this fight. This fight's just so annoying. Like, I don't understand why it doesn't just have an internal cooldown. When he's done the ball phase, he just should not be able to do the ball phase again for at least like another 30 seconds. After he's already spawned. That's the important one. After he's already spawned. Because I think sometimes it might start counting from like when he cast the ball phase. Because like there's just no way. There's just no way. Like twice in a row that I cleared a ball phase and then he just instantly goes into it again? Are you kidding me? That was pretty good. Though there's a pretty decent shot that he's gonna just do insta ball phase off of that again. I might have pushed it enough where he won't, but I love getting lag spikes during this phase. Oh, I'm so dead. Yeah. I dodged into a section of the wall that didn't have the Maven hadn't like shot at yet. Oh, I didn't do the push that time normally. I wonder if he can do the. Well, I think he maybe has done the meteor face. I don't remember if he's done the orb face when he's like almost dead kind of deal. Bro, these lag spikes are killing me right now. 4% chance to block spell damage. +2 to the level of socketed AoE jumps. That's actually kind of nutty. For something with Earthbreaker, because you could put like, because I'm thinking most of the slam skills have like AoE attached to them. Dude, well, actually, let me check before I say that. That one is AoE. Where's the slam skill? AoE. Yeah, no, I think like almost all of them have a slam skill or have AoE on them. Also, the fact that it's specified, like I could have sworn Earthbreaker could do any melee skill when it was a support gem. But yeah, AoE, like that's actually not bad. Question is, do I want to hold on to it and will I ever use it? Bro, really? I get a lag spike just trying to move shit in my inventory? What the fuck? Shaking my head. Shaking my cabeza. Oh my god, I hate this fucking degen. That was so unlucky. It's been a while since I'd seen the degen that early, like just on top of him. God, I don't understand why sometimes like some of these mods just look fine, and then like just this build just gets wrecked. Please stop lagging it. I honestly don't understand why you're lagging. As if I was doing a juiced map right now. I love how it continued. That line had been there since the ball phase, and then the line continued from where it started. I don't think I'd seen it do that before. I'm not gonna lie, that blink across the angle, that was kind of smooth. That was kind of smooth. I honestly was impressed with myself with that one. Okay, fuck off. What is this degen puddle placement? Jesus Christ, bro. Just tell me you don't want me to play this game. Just send me an email. Even though I only really check that like once every 3 weeks. God, these degen puddles just suck ass. Oh, yeah then. I didn't actually think we'd get a Forbidden Flame drop. What is it? Anything good? Ranger. Master Distiller. Grant bonus and non-channeling skills are used by consuming 3 charges from a flask of each of the following type if possible. If Diamond Flask, increased crit strike. If Bismuth, penetrate Ellie Red. An Amethyst Flask is 25%. Is Master Distiller used at all? Like as a common ascendancy? God? Cool. 2 more time. Osiris. At least it sounds more useful than the last one I got. The one I got last league was one for the witch. I don't even remember which one it is, and I'm too lazy to go and check. Alright, we'll see how this guy can handle Peter. I say, yeah, we're capped on everything. And we're overcapped on older res. Oh shit. I've never really seen him do 3 in a row. I've never played a build that can tank that. Oh, there's one more. That was ridiculously easy in comparison. Um, I was expecting that to be a little bit more difficult than it was. If I'm perfectly honest. Wait, what? How did it place those gloves? Oh, I can't actually carry the glove. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, color me surprised. Is it because it's like mostly chaos? Wait, does it? I'm actually confused. They're so obnoxiously. All right, with this last eater, we should be done, and then we can kind of just, well, basically just mindlessly farm maps like we have been the whole time. Because we should have a unique finisher after this. Oh, I'm so excited. The first time I've done so many challenges. Definitely because of the player uh, currency exchange, though. This character apparently just doesn't give a shit about his slams or anything for that matter. Okay, it kind of gives a shit about the tentacles. For this build in particular, this fight's like extremely relaxing. It takes like no damage from anything he does. And anything he does that could potentially deal damage, like, is really easy to dodge. No, her. I was hoping I could kill him before he hits that. Let's go. And we got a melding of the flesh. Ain't no way. You're kidding me. Bro, that has a 2% drop rate. What? 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 You're kidding. That has a roughly a 2% drop rate. And we got it in 2 kills without even having something super juiced. I think that was like the 60% one. Streamer luck ain't real, guys. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That's insane. That kind of makes me want to use it. I think there's a video I've been seeing on YouTube that I think that's the bow and the thumb. But I've never watched it because I was like, bow, don't recognize the shape, must be hard to get, do not care. Well, I'll hold on to it just in case it pops back up on my recommended. If I can make space for it. We get rid of that. Don't really care about that. I don't remember what build wanted to dual wield these. The only reason I kept them is because I'm like, I know there's a build that wants these, or that wanted these, and I just don't remember what it was. It has to have been a League Start build though, because it wouldn't have taken me that long to figure out because it definitely would have popped up on my feed again at some point if it was something important. If the only reason, like, I wish I could fit this into the build because I feel like it'd be pretty good because it has 30 intelligence, which is nice. The 8 life per enemy kill is kind of whatever, and the minus fire damage taken is also kind of whatever. But uh, with the 30 intelligence and the Herald of Thunder buffs. Oh wait, not this one. There's another one. There's one where it's like Herald of like you deal more lightning damage, and the buff from Herald of Thunder is stronger. Like while you have Herald of Thunder. I have a couple synth ranks that kind of rolled really good. This one. This one with Herald of oh, this one's actually not too bad because the rolled resistances on the ring. But Herald of Thunder has a 44% increased buff effect with increased lightning damage while affected by Herald of Thunder. How much damage this get? Because like, but the problem is I can't like drop any of my auras for it, right? Like I can't run it because discipline. Well, if I turn discipline off, that's like 800 ES that we lose. Grace is all of our armor. We go from 18,000 to 32,000. And then the purity of elements is all of our elemental resistances and our ailment immunity, which keeps us from getting frozen. So I can't turn any of those off. So I can't use Herald of Thunder because I think Herald of Thunder takes the same amount of 25%. I think it takes the same amount as Tempest Shield. Yeah, they're both 25%. I can't turn on Tempest Shield, and Tempest Shield would be great for survivability. But yeah, it's just no bueno. But we did it. We got 34 challenges. That was the goal that I wanted. I honestly didn't think I would get it. Mostly because I've never even gotten to like 24 before. Even though it's not hard to get to 24, it's just time consuming, and it's extra time consuming if you're like someone like me who is basically playing like SSF, because you have to generate everything yourself. But now with the currency exchange, like I can supplement it, like the scarab one and stuff like that. Not to mention, it was also a league where a lot of the league exclusive ones were pretty doable for the most part. The only one that I'd say was probably the most annoying one was is challenging competitors, because this one's pretty much impossible if you don't have a build that can just insta phase the Black Knight. And then this guy just doesn't want to spawn if you don't have like multiple teams running tier 16s, which is extremely expensive to do, which is really annoying. I've only had him spawn twice. I could have definitely gotten this done, but I accidentally walked into it on the second try. And then aside from that would be the Power Rune one. So the Power Rune one requires you to basically get 5 Power Runes. It's not too bad now. The price has come down, or at least last time I looked, the price was cheaper. It was only like 4 something divs. Yeah, it's even cheaper now. Someone's putting them up for 3.8. It's dropped a lot. I think the last time I bought a Power Rune was like 7 div to try to, or no, I think it was like 6 div was when I bought it to get the upgrade to the bench. I could get the achievement for fully upgrading everything. Like, probably the only really annoying one. Still possible to get though, because I've definitely gotten a bunch of. I mean, I have like what, 20 something divs still, 27. I still have 27 divs, and I've been spending them pretty heavily. I think I spent like at least 20 divs in the past like couple of weeks. So it's definitely doable. But now we gotta go put that baby in. That baby in action. I don't know where the. For sure. Oh, it's attached to the weapon. Oh yeah, there was scared. I wonder if they'll ever give like a weapon skin, like bundle away for an event, for a league reward. Love not being able to see my fucking inventory for 30 years after it pops up. Pops up way too long. That's the only other thing that I get annoyed about it, is that it pops up way too long. Completed a dagger from Tiamat. He's ready. Oh, this one's I want to corrupt that one. Well, I'll corrupt it if it's on par with my other one. Or wait, no, I'll corrupt this because now that's 6 energy per hit, which is like 90 something. Oh no, it's a decent little bit, decent little amount. I think I think Tiamat daggers. I'm still. I think I have like the one. I don't have very many of them. We're gonna corrupt that one too. I have so many jewels. This one's actually not that bad. This one's kind of garbage. Doesn't do us any good, but fine. I don't really need this many cobalt jewels though, so I think we're gonna start tossing some of the other ones. Oh, I never got around to corrupting that one. Or that one. What am I doing? You said your goal was to try to get 2 of them done, right? You have the Tiamat daggers? Alright, I have way too many of getting bent. Le hoop. Oh, interesting. That means I could keep 5, corrupt them. If none of them hit anything good, turn them, trade them in, get a new one, corrupt it. Oh, okay. Kind of big. I thought that once you corrupted them, you couldn't do anything else with it. Alright. Dig into our scarabs. Grab our beach maps so we can enjoy beating up the bozo. Wait, why is this one like 1 less from the other ones? Oh, I need to keep an eye out for the chisel one. Oh, I also need to buy. I'll see how much it costs, but I need to buy Zoff breach stones. We can check after. excited. I got everything that I wanted out of the league for the challenges. Just kind of sad that we won't really get to try out the poison build, but is what it is. You win some, you lose some. If it's untouched for next league, I'll try to save up for it. See what this baby looks like. We couldn't see it because of where he died. Okay. Okay, buddy. Okay. We couldn't see it because of where he died. Because there's like no visibility. Because unlike in most other MMOs with decent respect for visibility, and here the trees don't like disappear when they're in your field of view. But Mellow, that's realistic. If you're fighting something and there's a tree between you and the something, the tree's not going to be invisible. Yeah, I also don't have a bird's eye view if I was fighting for something. You know? So sad. I was so looking forward to seeing what it looked like. I mean, I kind of know what it looks like. It's like a big ass Verisium Knight just comes out of nowhere and basically just like beheads the. Well, not beheads it, but you know, just slams a greatsword into the unique when you kill it. It's a better effect than the firework backpack. I have a backpack that when you kill a unique or you level up or you die, it shoots off fireworks. To be fair, it's really not that bad of a backpack. I actually like using it for the effect, but like the backpack in and of itself is a little, it's a little goofy looking. Because it's literally just a backpack with a bunch of fireworks sticking out. No, we'll put it on. Why not? I think that was my second reward. Yeah, so it's just literally just a backpack and it's got a bunch of fireworks, but it has like the cool Chinese dragon fireworks thing. I used to pair it with the Korean hat that they gave out when they opened the Korean servers. Because that has a little dragon on it too. Oh, I guess I feel it. You know, in hindsight, like Zizaran chose a really good time to do the gauntlet thing. Well, I don't know if he gets to decide the timing on it, because like, well, like I'm assuming like he has some say in it, and followed by like you know with GGG being like, all right, this seems like a good time for holding it to keep attention on PoE. Oh, that had ambush scarabs. I should have taken that just in case we could have gotten a containment scarab. That's fine. Getting a lot of lag spikes. Oddly annoying. My fire resistance still isn't like positive enough for that. You know what? I'm gonna try a swap. Bro, this is like one of the beach layouts I hate the most. Because it's so wide. People wide. Definitely clears a little better, but I don't know. Don't like lightning strike, honestly. That's just the way it is. I still do not understand why the beyond oh, that one had a chaos. Why the beyond weapon divination card is still like highlighted by default on the on filter blade. Like there's nothing in it that's good. There's only two weapons and both of the weapons suck. I don't know, it's just kind of confusing to me. Especially considering that it's supposed to be, like it blocks plenty of other div cards that drop uniques. Like it has passively blocked the one that gives you lightning coil. There's no way you're gonna tell me that lightning coil is worse than getting the fucking harvest jasper two-handed axe. Oh wait, I forgot that we don't have harvest on. I forgot that I swapped atlases. But there's just no way you're gonna convince me of that. Like in no world uh is that worse than the harvest. Like there's still plenty of builds that make use of the lightning coil. Is it as like oppressively powerful as before? No, but it still sees plenty of. I've still seen a lot of builds that use it. Wow, I really suck. There's still more than 50 monsters on. I just don't know if I can be bothered to find them. I'm gonna go explore this corner. Okay, I was about to say. I'm gonna go explore this corner, and if they're not over here, then it's not my problem. If it ain't over there, it ain't my problem. Bro, people really out here farming for that Atom Shield, though, aren't they? Those are going quick compared to the other missions. I'm scared. I haven't got any more. What are these worth? One for 78. 80 for one. I have three. See if that gets bought. I was thinking this is worth a decent amount of dust. That's why I picked it up. Wellness was also going fast. That's kind of surprising. I mean, I guess maybe for completionist sake, but like, I just feel like wellness is Minotaur is like on the weaker side. Holy, just getting deleted out here, but like the Wild West. Okay, you're gonna die somewhere where we can actually see the finisher this time. No, no, you're not. I'm here. Chop. Oh, okay, that's actually kind of cool. It has a full like line in the ground. Okay, that's kind of cool. I wonder what it looked like if you killed Kataba with that active. Wait, did this have reduced? Yeah, 100% reduced effect. It's too bad gold doesn't count as a basic currency item. Because if it did, that scarab would be, or that like altar would be fantastic. Oh, swing! There he goes. We got the firework effect for extra effect. It's too bad the cape doesn't do anything special. It's just there. Actually, yeah, no, actually, now that I think about it, I don't think I've seen a single video yet. To be fair, I wasn't watching too much YouTube today, but I don't think I've seen a single video where someone's done like someone showcased the wellness monitor. I've seen one for, well, I've seen a bunch for a geisha pop up, and I've seen a good number of ones um for Europa. I need to farm enough gold so that I can have a batch of tier 16s run in overnight. To be honest, whether or not I go for the portal is kind of just dependent on if I get Sasan, the spawn. If I don't, then I'm just not even gonna bother with it. Because like I'm never really gonna use the portal because thankfully the portal at least doesn't uh like you can use it on every single character. You can use the same portal effect on every single character. And I like the one that I have. Got a little spider that pops out at you and it's like yeah. Empyrean's portal effect is pretty cool too. It's got like the hands that pop up. Hey, another unique. You know what that means. Chop. Oh, that's so good. I like it. I like it. It was worth. It was definitely worth going through all this stuff. To be fair, the getting it wasn't all that bad. Realistically speaking, that was pretty good. I'm still like so impressed that like people that get whatchamacallit, people that can fucking finish all 40 challenges in like the first week on solo self found. Like, bro, that's some next level gamer nonsense right there. Because it was like the arduous Atlas one, and that one took me forever. To be fair, I was like full clearing maps. I think if I just like spent a day, you know, rolling decent maps and bull rushing to the boss, I probably could have gotten done a lot faster. Because it doesn't matter what tier you do it in, you don't really get bonus points. You just need more mods, so you can just grab like, well, because like for instance, in this with the scry I have on beach, which is for copium, get the Nimbus card drop, which I haven't seen it drop yet. Granted, I haven't exactly been doing divination card strats or anything, but the There's a card that gives me 8 mod corrupt. Well, I don't know. I think it gives me 8 mod corrupted tier 15s. So like, if I had gotten that scry earlier and farmed a bunch of those, then I could have just like speed ran the tier 15s, like just ran to the bosses, killed them. As long as it didn't have like reflect. Or I could have, and I could have just done the Slayer build. I still think I might end up doing that. Slayer last rate of butchering. I want to use that 27% quality wood splitter. Bro, all of my friends for like water or water summons have recently swapped to Varunas. I don't know if they just got a bunch, like they just decided to become water lords or something, but like I just, I can just looking at like my friend summons for water, and it's just like Varuna Bonito, Varuna Barina, Bonito, Varuna Bonito, and I'm just like, where are the Leviathans at? I sure as hell know I didn't add any of you fuckers for Varuna. I don't add you crazy primal people. I'm just like, where's the Leviathans, bro? I ain't got time to be scrolling down 62 and a half pages when this dude's dying like flies left and right. Like, I can't do this. Getting sabotaged. Oh my god, that looks so good. Honestly, big fan. Big fan. I'm glad I got it. I'm very glad I got it. Now I kind of wish I had played Harvest League a little bit more to try to get the footsteps. Because Harvest League was one of the leagues I came back to when I first took a break from the game. And that league, the reward was kind of similar to this one. I'm thinking there was like a character effect, footstep effect, a cloak, and a portal. At least those were all the ones. I remember for sure the cloak, the portal, and the footsteps. I don't remember much else if there were other rewards really. I think there was a character one too. But I kind of wish I had played more because I think the like the footsteps were one of was like either the first or second reward. So probably would have been obtainable if I had just played. You have one, two. You tell me your Leviathans aren't just upgraded for visual stake and still at 140 for your friends? Kind of mythical friends list do you have? I think the only ones I have that are like capped out are I have a couple Colossus ones and a couple Chev ones. I think one for Celeste. I don't think any of the ones I have for Leviathan are capped out. Most of them are still just. Most of them they've done the change just to get the visual change, and they haven't upgraded them at all. To be fair, I can't even say anything. I think Chev. No, it's either Chev or Celeste. I don't remember which one. I only have one that's capped out. I did it for the Guild Wars. Couple 250 primal ones in there. Ironically enough, I think I have more people with 250 primal ones than I do have with people that have 250 Magna ones. It was really weird because like my friends list was predominantly, well, it was either people that had like Shiva summons or, well, it was like Shiva, Lucio, Baja summons, or they had Magna summons was like my criteria. And then all of a sudden, like one day, like most of the people I knew that were Magna, like were my Magna friend supports, just I just watched them just go from Magna to just having Primal. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, I still need those other ones, by the way. Just thought I'd let you know that if you could if you could put those back, that'd be cool. But I don't know why. I actually really don't know why. Because it was so many of them that started changing like around the same time, the same couple of months. Or at least for the names I could recognize, because half of my friends list is like people I know. Well, no, not even. I think like a third of my friends list are people I know, and then the other like 2/3 of my friends list are like the random JP players that play the game that I just add and I use their support summon. I don't know if people still do it, but I thought it was kind of cute that when people wouldn't like when JP players wouldn't accept your friends request, they would send you like a sorry sticker. I thought that was like, oh, that's adorable. Grand Blue's community on. I think like out of all the gotcha games I've ever played, I think Grand Blues is quite easily like the least toxic, most like cutesy interactions I've seen. Like plenty of other gotcha games I've played have had like cutesy interactions amongst themselves and stuff, but like the I think the most toxic thing I've seen is the expectation to know Diaspora host uh Diaspora host responsibilities, which you really don't know until you start looking into it. That's probably like the most toxic thing I've seen because people just join, see the stacks aren't there, then instantly leave and take up the slot. Betting card throwing? That's not toxic. That's a strategic investment that side games brought upon themselves. Bruh, never forget the betting card mafia. That shit was insane, dude. That shit was insane. They'll do that. I haven't sent any friend requests in a while to confirm. Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, it's been the same. I haven't really sent too many. I've sent a couple recently, so I guess if I get any new ones to pop up on my profile, I'll know if they're still doing it or not. Honestly, I cackled when I found out about the betting card thing. I was like, that's so big brain. I was like, that's so nasty, but that's so smart too. I couldn't even be mad. Because I mean, it just emulates real life. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. They're just doing shit that people do in real life anyway. I gotta respect. That takes a little bit of respect to be able to organize that. Like, honestly, I kind of wish they had just kept the betting cards, just changed it to rupees. Probably wouldn't have like completely stopped anything, but I think people would have cared a lot less, so they wouldn't have it'd be less of a prevalent thing. Because I'm pretty sure if it just never gave crystals, then it never would have like the betting card mafia never would have existed. Or at least like it wouldn't have existed to the same degree. Even though I did notice they removed the rupee cost from reducing, which is nice. A 69% quant. Hey. No, why are you Verisium? Why are you not the crater, you bastard? I've just accepted that I'm never getting a Svalin. I also swear they decreased the drop rate for the Admiral gloves because I think I was getting a bunch of those like early into the league. Oh wow, those actually followed me on. Early in the league I got a bunch of those. But after one of the more recent updates, hot fixes, like I haven't gotten a single glove since. Implemented auto reduce, so now the possibility of running out of rupees from stuff you set to auto reduce to take away the cost. Oh, that's nice. Asuga Saigin. Mirrored blueprints. First time I've had that. Actually, that reminds me. I need to set the Colossus and the Colossus katana and the Grimnir katana to auto reduce. I need so many katana stones. Oh. You know, I was wondering what that was. I saw the rotate thing and I was like, I don't know what that is. Shark Shoulder. I'm just not gonna worry about it. That's actually kind of nifty. I also noticed that they put a little symbol now, or at least a more noticeable symbol next to the stuff that's getting reserved. I don't know there was a symbol before, but I definitely like noticed the new one, which is kind of nice. Oh, there was a flask siphon dude in the mix of that. There's a refresh on before. They made a symbol for whether it's being reserved or reduced now. Oh, that's nice. I like it. I very much approve. Good change. Oh, great. I love not being able to see how much is. I just have to roughly guess off the bar. I find it interesting how rogue markers are considered like basic currency because they get duped, but they go in like a separate tab. Oh, sweet. Tier 4 planned. I think I definitely say that's probably one of the biggest reasons that Grand Blue like has stayed up. Aside from like just the fact that they do a really good job of pulling in everybody who ever works on the game, like voice actors and stuff, to just play their own game, but they do a really good job of updating it with new features and stuff that people like. Like I remember when like a lot of people like because right, Princess Connect had the skip tickets like forever ago and stuff like that, and people were talking about like, oh, it'd be so nice for certain situations, but then they're like, maybe like it'll be hard to get because of the fact that you can, part of the reason, because I remember I think there was like an article or something where Side Game said one of the reasons they were hesitant to add it is because for newer players, leeching's kind of like standard progression. But I guess given the fact that you have a lot of they've given away a lot of just weapons and the knickknack academy and stuff like that, basically gives you whole grids now. It doesn't really matter for the most part. So the skips are really nice to have, and they did a pretty good job implementing those. And even then, I feel like you still have like reasons to farm, right? Because you still only have a limited amount of tries you can do, even with the uh even if you pay for the extra ones. So it's just like I don't know. It kind of it just weirdly works for Grand Blue in a way that doesn't feel like new players are getting left out, and like you know the haves are just doing way better than the have-nots kind of deal, which tends to be pretty typical in gacha games that have skips involved. Or at least in the ones I've played, it always seems pretty similar. Where it was just like, well, it's really hard for a new player to catch up to anything anytime soon without swipey swipe. And I feel like in Grand Blue, like, as a free to play player, you can still do a pretty decent job catching up to other free to play players just because, well, aside from like the rank stuff, which, well, with all the XP bonus events they tend to hand out in a year nowadays, is not too big of an issue, I feel. Also, does Magna 3 even have like a high rank requirement? I know Revan raids need like rank 200. Oh, come over here. I want to see the night swing. Come here. Come here. Come here. I want to see you get beheaded. Swing. This is 150 or 151. I feel like that's like. I feel like the time it took me to get to 150 was pretty quick compared to the time it took me to get from 150 to 200. But then again, the time the time period between when I hit 150 to 200 was also when I took a pretty big break from the game. So take that with a grain of salt. I don't know. I've been playing the game for so long. I have no idea. I will just say that part of me is happy for new players that they don't have to go farm twin elements as a solo fight for getting an extra supplement to get their twigs. I don't know who the hell thought that was a good idea. Also, those should just have a skip. All of those solo fights, like the carbuncle ones, all of those should have skips. It's the dragon one, not so much, but like I feel like the carbuncle solo fights and the like the twin element ones that they made solo fights, I think all of those should have pro skips. I mean, I don't know if they added them. Last time I looked, they weren't, and I was kind of like, why? Why? They're solo fights. Like, there's no reason those shouldn't have skips. Those have more reasons than the regular raids to have skips. 151. I always thought that was really weird. But they would just randomly add like one to it. What's the rank for being able to join it? Like, Is it the same or do they do it different like they do some of the other raids? I remember, at least in the older raids, there was a couple of them where, well, actually, I think most of them, you could join the raid at a lower rank than it took to host the raid, which I thought was an interesting system. You know, I feel like what would be an interesting change for SSF would be instead of like increased drop chance for like things, I think they should just make it where like for league events, if it has like a RNG boss spawn thing, it just has a higher chance of spawning for SSF or something. To offset not having access to the currency exchange, but then again, it's like I don't really think it's like super necessary. Aside from like content creators, I really don't know what would be the point about playing in SSF now, outside of just preferred method or like leaderboard climbing. Probably more so leaderboard. Maybe like a leaderboard person. There's apparently going to be a Netflix Devil May Cry series, like the Castlevania one. Never seen the Castlevania one. Heard a lot of good things about it though. I guess if it's anywhere near as good, it'll be pretty popular. Because I feel like Devil May Cry is like slightly more popular than Castlevania, like as a game franchise. I can tell you, I see a hell of a lot more Devil May Cry memes like across the internet in multiple different forums than I do see Castlevania memes prior to the series, to the Netflix series. Run these last 3 maps. Call it for the night. Honestly, I'm half debating just taking a break from PoE tomorrow night. Like tomorrow might just end up being like a full gotcha day or something. Or I might just play a different game. I know come here. Tired of you hiding in a corner that doesn't let me see my finisher. Come here. Come here. Come here. You bastard. Come here. Your father was a hamster and your father smelled of elderberries. Whee. I don't think I'm gonna get tired of saying that anytime soon. In all honesty. It tickles my brain in a way that I like. Big armored dude with a big sword that comes in and just slaps the shit out of the corpse with said sword. What is there not to like? Let's be honest. Oh my god. What is this? There's so much shit spawning there. My GPU was like, nah, dog, I need a vacation. Oh, actually, you know what? I know what we'll do. Tomorrow will probably be gotcha gaming during the day, and then we'll do some Guild Wars 2 at night. That sounds good. I haven't played Guild Wars 2 in a while. I've been in the mood to play an MMO. And after discovering that I own more of the expansion packs than I thought I did, probably try to put some more time into. No. Okay, no, never mind. I hit it. I like tabbed over and I saw the battle has been concluded, and I was like, I didn't get to hit it, and then I saw I had like 1,000 honors. I had more than that. I think I had like 15,000. I think the summon hit, but you know, winning. Oh, I thought he was like hasted and soul eatered, but now he's just soul. I think his soul eater stacks like fell off all at once. Wait, there was a unique in there. I didn't even notice. Oh, the dude pop up. Would you stop moving? Piece of garbage. Oh, there it is. I'm trying to find the troll. I don't know where it was. As long as you can manage to do something to affect the boss, you can get everything 0 honors. I got them 0 from hitting bounty skill before he died. Oh, I don't think I've ever taken something in, because like I'll always get like a couple, because usually if like everything I have, it's usually requires something that does honors. I think, wait, does, I don't remember, does debuffing? I don't know. All I know is I have like, I prayed that the quick call goes off fast enough. I definitely feel like sometimes I've missed at a fight and haven't gotten anything from it, but it might just be my brain. Imagine if that had been an ambush scarab of containment. That would have been some money. Over again? Oh, right, the dungeon bay and the other thing. I know sometimes it'll still astound me when I like join a raid that has like 5 people, and I'll get in and like one more person join and it was at like full health, and then it's just dead before I even get in. Even with like speed clicking, I'm like, holy, there were some juicers in there. The irony thing though is what's holding me back the most on getting in the Atum raids fast enough is the fact that I have to scroll past all the Varuna people to find a Leviathan sometimes. when I lose out on the Leviathan summon for the friend. You know how it lets you, it puts the one that you've been using at the top, and then after a while it like removes it. Yeah, that's what's caused me to miss out on the items from time to time. I wonder if we'll get a nameless here with something good on one of these last two. Maybe not. We didn't do a whole lot of mapping today, but that's fine. We were able to knock out the challenges, and that's what matters to me. Another tea again, finally. Hopefully, yeah, I'm gonna host mine. Probably like just before I go to sleep. In like 2 hours or something. Make it go vroom vroom. I'm kind of just hoping for at least like one more gun. I have like, I think next Guild is what, November? So I have a decent little bit to get it. Have they? I don't think they've announced the next Rise of the Beast, right? Like, I'm assuming there has to be one before the end of the year for the last, the Harvin, the little potato with the axe. Also, I'm like, the new side story, as soon as they announced which one it was going to be, it made me depresso. I was like, no, side games, why would you flaunt that in my face? The one Harvin that I wanted you to add as a playable character, and you kill her in the story, and then you put it as a side story. And then the only two things that came out of the side story was the red hair summon and then Shura, who since day one was always kind of like weird to make work and wasn't very good. And then they've kind of just cast her aside with no, I think they tried to rebalance her like once, I think, and it was like a number rebalance and it wasn't very good or something. I don't know, it makes me sad. I want her to have like a redemption arc, like uh like Phylane did. Also, I need Leona to get like rebalanced into like a cracked out version because I have her. I have her like I have like all of her versions because I have the Yukata version because I think that's the only other version, the SR fantasy version that lives. The dream is still there. I'd sooner put my faith in there being like a fantasy youth version of uh what's his name, the old guy from the last event. I'm so surprised his gotcha version wasn't just like a mix of, you know, like the uncap wasn't just like his young version or something. Because like that had a, you know, that wasn't too much of a change, but you know, it was still a model difference. Also, it's probably just because he looked, I don't know why, him when he was older using the outfit from when he was a mercenary just looked goofy to me. If I ever get him, I would definitely just permanently use him, like just have his SR version like skinned over. Oh my god. Both of you need to hold hands. You're both twins. Stay together, please. That was one of the duped packs, so they both had the mana donut. And so they just kept keeping it overlapped. They're like, we're doing our best audition for Olympic rings. It's like, please stop. Please stop. You're making me want to cry. More than 50 monsters. What the fuck? Where? I'm not going all the way back. I'm gonna check this like corner here and then. Oh, I guess they get to live because I don't feel like hunting for them. Yeah, I think I'd rather hope for Shura getting a rebalance that makes her good. Give her a Phylline redemption arc moment. Then, then hope that like somehow Copium pray that Potato will get added. Honestly, if they do a fantasy version, like I honestly think they would just add the main antagonist. His overall model is like was definitely way more like his design was definitely way more high grade. I was actually really surprised that they never ended up doing like I kind of expected that to be one of the stories that would get like a follow up and where the guy would have like a redemption arc or something towards like with it, and then they would make him playable like they do sometimes. But I guess I feel like the only reason they even remembered was because there's an Altair skin attached to that. Also, I'm kind of sad that none of my daily free pulls brought me the new win character. I wanted her for burst setups. Also, I was doing my Benus today, and I saw so many wind Kengus just running around. I just find it so weird that there was like we've been seeing them, but I haven't seen a video on it like at all. Because usually when there's like a meta shift and some change, right? There's like a bunch of videos on it, and then it was like but I haven't seen anything. There's an antagonist in there. Yeah, it was like loosely based off of like the Three Kingdoms. So there was a basically the Grand Blue version of Lu Bu. That's why we have red hair. Red hair, the summon. That's the horse. It's Lu Bu's horse. Like that's his horse that he uses in the story. That's what he rides. Like we basically had Grand Blue Lu Bu, and then like at the end of the story, because it was literally straight up basically just Romance of Three Kingdoms and Grand Blue Fantasy with I think like and because I don't know was he even named Lu? I don't know what the guy's name was, but I remember he was Lu Bu because he had the horse and he had the whole like undefeatable like don't chase after Lu Bu aura shenanigans going on. Let's see. Even the bad one. Slaughterous Giant. It doesn't have his name. Well, his name is a flying general, but like he had like an actual Lu Hua. Luhua. That was the main antagonist of it. He was killing everybody. But yeah, red hair comes from that event. If I'm mistaken, that was when they started the like the red hair owl cat mammoth line of summons. Was that event? Because that was where we saw him. I just remembered because I'm always a fan of Lubu. I was just like Lubu, yay! I'm such a guy. But yeah, no, they just never did anything with him. They just added his mount as a summon, and then Shura as playable yet never actually playable because her kit's really fucking weird. And then they just never did anything else with it. Which, to be fair, I'm not too surprised. Grand Blue in the last like couple of years have kind of been notorious for having like an event storyline or just a storyline in general that'd be kind of interesting to keep up with, and they just don't do anything about it. That's why I imagine my surprise when this summer event was basically tying all the previous summer events together. I was just like, wow, that had to have been kind of in the making for a bit because they've been doing such a bad job of continuing storylines for some other stuff. So I was a bit surprised that they played such a long game with that one, with something that wasn't like the story anniversary event stuff. Speaking of, I hope the new Dynasty Warrior game is good. I remember the last one was a bit of a shit show. I was I had a friend of mine who bought it because he's a really big Dynasty Warrior fan, and he's like, man, he's like, I tell you what, those games don't usually, you don't usually have very high expectations for Warrior games aside from, just beating up a bunch of stuff and having fun, just running around. Because there's not really a whole lot of depth to Dynasty Warrior games for the most part. The story is usually pretty shallow, and because it's Three Kingdoms, and it's not very in depth or historically accurate Three Kingdoms. But and the gameplay is usually here's a couple extra combo moves you can unlock and just farm for weapons kind of deal. But that one he was just like, don't even. He's like, just don't, just pretend it doesn't exist. I always wanted to get the Samurai Warrior line though. I've heard those are really fun. And then I guess one day I can get like Hyrule Warrior so I can play my Ganondorf dreams outside of Smash because I just don't think I'll ever own a Smash again. The event in Summer Raziel's Fate episode, she mentions that she wants to find out what's behind all the weird shit in Augusta. Isn't around in the event that explains all the weird. Raziel, I will get down to all these mysterious things going off. She's like, you know, what would have been funny is like if they tied her into the event and it's just that she's just constantly like investigating in the wrong direction while we're all just solving the problems and she's just forever like, no idea. Mystery will be unsolved. That's kind of funny. Oh, you're about to get swinged on, buddy. Swing. Oh, it's just 18%. Bro, if that had been like a 27% on Ted Bassinet, that would have been insane. What's up, Cosmic? How's your build saving up going? Been able to get it together? I've been seeing a lot of people using that KPU clustering build. Seems to be pretty good. There's just something therapeutic about watching the molten strike balls bounce away and come back. It's like watching the little desk thing that goes click, 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 except more destructive. Busy with work, such. Think about checking the new cycle for last epoch though. Oh yeah, for the event that started today, right? Well, I don't. I think it's not like a full new one, right? It's just like a refresh of the current one, but with like a bunch of expedited things attached. Since it's supposed to be, I think it's like a month long thing or something. I remember Zizarin making a video on it recently. It's not a full cycle. Yeah, yeah, no. From what I understand, it's still the same as the like the Harbinger. It's still the Harbinger cycle. It's just they did like like a cycle, a mid cycle reset. I think it's just a month long. It's for like the last like month of the cycle, because it seems like there's some sort of like exploit people took advantage of, and it seems players had been requesting something like that. And so they did, and they wanted to do some like patch, like major patch changes to it, and they just didn't want to wait till the next cycle completely. They did like a reset, and it's like what I think it's like 50% increase, basically everything drop. Like they make you gain fame faster, get more gold, like more of the unique drops, stuff like that. They finally basically added tab affinities and stuff like that to the game. The changes seemed interesting. I just wasn't particularly. I was just like, I think I'd rather just wait till PoE 2. Because I was able to finish the 34 challenge today. So we got our finisher. So now I'm just kind of just waiting for the gauntlet to see if I can do that. Receive self affinity. Like how they added tab affinity? Cool. PoE. Honestly, can't blame you. Can't blame you. I looked at it and I was like, I can't particularly feel very invested myself to get it, and I thoroughly enjoy PoE. No, need corrupting blood. Um, bro, you have to be shitting me, dude. I put it down at 80, which is what the cheapest one is, and then there's like a 79, 78, and 77.5. And it's like 1112. Like you baboons, it's not gonna sell any faster. You just put it at like if all four of those went at 79, sure. But that's how you take an item and then you just cut all of the profits from it that you can make. Because people are dumb. Whatever. It's time to soft gamba. Time to gamba replica div cards. Are we gonna get anything good? $1 million question. I didn't even know I had delirium scarabs in here. Uh, yeah. Let me tell those right. All right. First one. Reliquer's Gaze. Chaos damage, chaos resistance. Your chaos damage can ignite. Chaos ghosts have 20% chance to ignite. 50% less night duration. Okay, interesting. Replica Quill Rain. Okay, interesting. And Replica Blood Play. We're gonna do another set of those. Actually, I don't have anything else I want to say about for Chaos Force, so I'm basically winding down for the league, so I'd rather just gamba some replicas to see if we get anything nutty. Replica Lions, Replica Tesalio Cyan. I think this is really good for leveling. Because of just sheer amount of cold damage it gives you. Replica Restless Ward. I know there's a build that uses that. I don't remember what the build was called though. Replica Calm's Heart. Huh. I didn't even know this was a thing. Replica. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Race. No real winners. I mean, I guess Quasi winner. I remember I'd have to look it up. I remember there was a build I saw that used the replica Restless Ward. This decent little amount of evasion. Toss the money in. Not as much as we normally usually toss in, but that's mostly just because of the fact that I spent half the time playing bosses. No power runes. I'm gonna power runes in a minute. But it be what it be. I don't know. Kind of sad that I've only got one league unique. I guess that was like the one nice thing about Necropolis. I got everything but a Parandus Pact. Because I think a Parandus Pact is like borderline impossible to get without having taken the nodes, which I just didn't care to take the nodes because they were so spread out too. Because he had like one Necropolis node batch to the right, one bottom left, and then one like top left. And I was like, nah, I'm good. Fortunately, we didn't get to 10k ES. We got close. Like if we could roll really good rings with high intelligence and roll this with high intelligence, even though, yeah, I'd probably wouldn't be able to roll that. Like these two, I can't really change the stats. I need all that strength. So this is like the only thing left. It'd be to roll this and then hopefully get like tier 1 int on it. If I had a way to fix my like fire res, I could just swap that to intelligence and get a shit ton more. I'm actually curious. How much would alright, put that in something that won't turn off when I take my gloves. 72. That's actually not that bad. Like that's easily fixable. I just want to see how much like energy shield we would have if I put intelligence on this. 9.5. Not as much as I was expecting. It's still like what, 200? Yeah, it's still like 200, so it's not terrible. There's just if we could get like tier 1 intelligence on one of these two, would be pretty good. This one too. We just don't have intelligence on everything. Like generally we would want like the stats we rolled on this. And then I would want, instead of fire resist here, just intelligence. Well, technically, instead of the stun and block recovery, would want intelligence. Like if these two pieces had intelligence, maybe it pushes this over. But to be honest, I don't really care too much for the rest of the. Like I really don't care for the portal effect, honestly. I don't really have much motivation to do too much else, which is probably why we're just gonna play Guild Wars tomorrow night, and then next week next week will be Path of Exile, just because I don't want to be out of touch with it leading into the gauntlet. But yeah, I think that's where we'll wrap it up for the night, though. We were able to get a unique finisher. It looks pretty cool. I like it. Having a big knight dude come out of nowhere and just swing, swing. Hopefully, I don't know if it's like a driver thing, but I hope like this cosmetic is broken. It's supposed to have like you can see the effect going off. There's supposed to be like some feathers popping out, but all you can see is the mask. I don't know what happened to it, which sucks because this is like my favorite one. That's like my favorite helmet to use on the guys. My favorite helmet for the females is the angelic helmet I randomly got out of an MTX because that like I don't know, it just looks so much better on the girls than it does on the guys. But I don't really like too much of the other like I think the only other helmet I like is the Hawker one from last league. The hat's pretty good. I like the hat and the angelic helmet on the females. But yeah, I'm just gonna call it there for the night. I am kind of tired. I did get some decent sleep last night, but more sleep is good. So we did it. High five. We were able to finish Final Fantasy 15 during the day and finish the challenges for this tonight. So that means tomorrow we're going to take a break from our regularly scheduled shenanigans. We'll be doing Zenless Star Rail during the day and then Guild Wars 2 at night just to muck about and have a little change of pace. After that, next week we'll more than likely just be continuing Zenless Star Rail during the day because Caesar King comes out on Wednesday, Tuesday, one of those days. Caesar King comes out like next week. I want to do a little bit of prep for that, and then during the night we'll be doing PoE still because I want to at least give the gauntlet a couple days tries. If I'm not like fully hard committed to actually getting to Act 10, if it's just too if I'm too skill issued, I'm just not even gonna worry about it, and then we'll just take a break from PoE until November, getting ready for that PoE 2. But yes, it was an issue. Have a good day. It was an issue. Hope you're as well. Stay safe, hydrated. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye bye.